Hello everyone, this is Diane. I am here to show you some more of the journals that I have purchased from other creators. I have fewer that I've purchased than that I've kept for myself that I made. So I'll have fewer videos in this series, but so I'm going to take my time. I want you to see details. So I won't take, an extraordinary amount of time with each journal, but I just would like to just page through slowly and let you see the details. We'll start with this one, which was made by Jessica Rapp, and I love her eclectic style. I like Gina Johnson. It used to be the Rebookery, and now it's Stellar J Studios. And her trajectory has changed. She's more art journaling, but she's making journals too, which is quite interesting. But Jessica's style is different, but similar in that it's very eclectic, and sometimes, the messy stitching and all that. So I like Jessica's style. So I bought this one from Jessica a while ago, and it's pretty fat. It's made from an old reader called Friends in Town and Country, and she always adds a lot of interesting charms, dangles. She does a lot of this kind of thing. And she named this journal Anne. She gives all the journals names, and she put a tag on it. So it just has a bunch of fun things hanging on that. She took the spine off of the book and then made a new spine and sewed this on top of it, which I thought was interesting. I don't think I'd be able to do that with my machine. I don't know what kind of machine she has to do that, but because of this, I wouldn't be able to get this all in and then, turn it around and do the sewing. So I don't know how she did that, but I like it. And then she sewed here too. Look at that back page. I think I used this one. So the journals that I wrote in will be a quicker flip through because I don't want to linger on the pages that I wrote on, but yes, I did write in this. There are eyelets here where she tied muslin through. I wrote in it in 2019. This cluster is stapled on. And her ephemera is very fun too, collaged ephemera. And I added some of the collage in here. Didn't write much on the first pages. Oh, that's not a pocket. It's just not glued down very well. There's a little note written by a viewer that sent me a happy mail, but it wasn't Jessica, so I don't know why it's in here. We went to see Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. I don't remember who I went with. I probably wrote about it on the pages. Oh, all by myself, it says. I did this collage. I did a lot of, if there's collage on the pages, like on the main part of the page, I probably did it. Oh, here's another note. So I guess I wanted to include notes from people. This is a note from Perio. I like her clusters and that she just staples them on. That's fun. It's all vintage material here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces there. You know, I just saw this little book, Lancelot, I think the lion's name is, and I thought, one of those little telltale books, and I thought about buying it, but I didn't. It was at the flea market, and it looked familiar to me. Now I know why. It was in here. The pages of that book are in here, some of them. I even wrote on the glassine. I used a marker, probably a Sharpie. She included some ephemera, so this was part of the ephemera she sent. And I was so glad that I got this book because this ephemera piece said, "My name is Bill," and that was my husband's name. I mean, not just because of that. I love the book. So we can take inspiration from other journal makers, as I'm sure you do if you're a journal creator. Or maybe you just enjoy looking at other people's journals and maybe purchasing some. That's a really neat old flashcard. But those of us who create journals, I'm sure we all take inspiration from other journal creators. So as I look through journals that other people have made, I look for things that I can incorporate into my journals. And that includes my old journals too, because as I said, when I flip through them, here's a Harry Potter World card. I think my daughter must have brought it to me. Oh, dear Grandma, we are having so much fun today. We love you so much, Teddy and Adam. Looking through my old journals that I made, I see things that I forgot about or things I want to do again. So one reason I love to buy these journals that I get inspired by is so that I can have them on my shelf and take them down and look at them and hold them and then say, oh yes, I wanted to do this. It's from a chocolate box. I guess it's glued down there. Packaging. Oh, packaging from some chocolates from Perio in Germany. Thanks, Perio. It's wallpaper. Some more. Oh, this is packaging from a snowman ornament. When I worked for Hallmark, the employees got a Hallmark ornament that were made exclusively for employees. So this was the box from the little snowman. They all had something purple on them. So I think I have 5 ornaments. This little word came off, or I don't know if I ever glued it down. Some tags that Jessica made. This pocket is a piece of it's a coarse fabric. It's not burlap and it's not muslin. It's in between. But she sewed this fabric pocket to the burlap and then glued this down. Just sewed around it with black thread and then just glued it to the back. And I have used this. I forgot about it. I've used this technique in other journals. And now I'm reminded and I can do it again. I love this journal. All right, then we have this one from Elizabeth. Her shop and channel used to be Elsie Bell's Bookshelf. And now I think it's Junk Journal. I don't remember now, but it used to be Elsie Bell's Bookshelf. And I loved the patchwork cover. Seems like I bought a plain, like a patchwork cover that she made, but didn't use. It was just an empty cover, but I don't remember. If I bought it, I don't know where it is. I'll have to look for it, because I don't remember if I bought it. But if I did, I bought it at the same time as this. This has a tassel on it. And this is just little bits. I imagine this took quite a while. Little bits of fabric and laces. And each piece is stitched around with red thread. And she added some buttons here. And she made this patchy tie. Now, I've seen a lot of people make these with the patches sewn onto muslin or other fabric, which I have done too, but this is just a strip of them just sewn together with no backing. Oh, her name's Ella? I thought her name was, I think it is Elizabeth. I think I didn't remember what her name was. It's Elizabeth. I think her daughter's name is Ella. And I wrote in this in December of 2019. Love that right there. Look at the stitching on that. I put Bible verses on some of the inserts. This is just the birth of my great niece. She creates digitals too, so some of these digitals are probably hers. This just doesn't go all the way down. And I've used some of her digitals to make journals. Look at that, how pretty that is. It's photographs, but these hollyhocks are superimposed over a waterfall. It's beautiful. If you remember, I made elephant journals several years ago, and that was her kit. I love the ice cream. But I've used other kits of hers also. I don't know. I think she still has an Etsy shop, but she also has her own website. but I haven't looked at her digitals in quite a long time. There's seeds still in there. I don't think this is open anywhere. Oh yeah, it is. I could put something in there. So there's that one. These two I bought from the same artist, and it was, I knew it when I brought them in here. She's from Finland. I'll remember it if I don't see it written in here. And I bought them pretty close together, I think. This says, I wrote in it in 2021. And I really want to know what kind of paper she used to print these pages on. And I bought both of these digital kits after I saw her videos with these, and I've made journals with both of them. See if it says back here. Yeah, Tuire, T-U-I-R-E. That reminds me. Someone thought, in the first video where I showed my purchased journals, I had that really beautiful yellow one that had a little girl framed in lace, and I couldn't remember who it was, and I knew it was from a foreign country, and someone suggested that it might have been Tuire, but I knew it wasn't. I knew these two were from Tuire, and I finally found who made that journal. I had to go back in my Etsy purchases quite a long ways and found it, and it's Crafty Laza from Australia. I was going to bring that journal in with me to refresh your memory of what it was, but I forgot to. If anybody knows, I know you can't feel this paper, but it is thin. It's thinner than the nice paper that I use, but it feels very, very smooth and almost glossy. It has a little tiny bit of gloss, of shine to it. I would love to know. And I know she's from Norway, but I don't know what kind of paper that is. And I'd really love to know. And these are lots of little Mod Podge pieces of napkin that go really nicely with the digital. I have to say I did struggle with this digital kit when I bought it. I bought it a long time before I actually used it, and I really struggled to get the pages printed because it was European, and A5 size doesn't go with sizes of paper in the US, and I really had a hard time But that's just me. You know, I struggle electronically. Probably other people know how to do it. So I got rid of that kit out of my files because I didn't want to deal with it anymore. I liked the journals that I ended up creating, but I was like, that's enough of that. I don't remember having a hard time with this one. It's just so beautiful. I love the colors, the reds and the cream, like the vintage cream color. Pretty flowers on the spine. So it's a one signature journal made with a file folder, I think. And it's just very beautiful. And this is the other one from Tweer. So this kit was from TLC Creates Vintage. So that's why I didn't struggle with it. It wasn't purchased from the same. This was in the US. I don't remember where the other one came from. This is 50s images, and there's lingerie. I don't know if it was all lingerie, but this is a lady in a beautiful flowing nightgown with her maid. This nightgown, the first of an exciting something of knitted nylon. It's a little ad blurb right there. I don't know if I wrote in this one yet. Yep, I did. But again, it's printed on that same kind of paper. So I believe this kit is made up of vintage ads. So it's not all lingerie. There's some clothing. This is, so this is a nice idea, something to remember. She Mod Podged these pretty flowers onto the paper from a napkin and then put a sheer lace over it so you can see the flowers, and then 2 more laces getting smaller. So pretty. And you put these things in it, but when you take them out, you see the napkin at the bottom. There's some more pajamas, some journal cards. So we see a lot of the corner pockets that flip up for writing, but I like this one too. It's a corner pocket that flips up, but it's not a triangle shape. It's just something different. I love the images that she added. This is made from a file folder, or it's a cardstock piece. I don't know if she made it. It might be vintage. Kind of looks like it is. So this is an interesting middle center of the signature with pages to write on, but then you can flip them up. You could write on the back, but it'd be hard to write on those. And then there are cards to write on, which I didn't do, in the middle. This is sewn down right here, so this easily flips up for writing underneath. So that's a really neat idea. It's my friend's coffee shop when she first opened it. I didn't write on this. This has a real pretty piece of lace at the top, and then this seam binding bow. Just very pretty and delicate. Guess I was done writing in here. Well, we can look at the pages more slowly. I just kind of skipped them over. I don't know why. Mod Podge napkin with a little bit of very light stenciling. Oh, there's a detail of narrow stamp up there that you can hardly see. Look how pretty that pocket is. I think it's a digital with this part of a doily, I think. Very fine crochet. And then a cotton yarn, or cotton lace edging and little rosettes. That's just pretty. I like the little delicate laces she used on the edges of her pages. And this is the cover image. Where are we time-wise? Can't see what that says. Oh, I can't tell if it says 27 or 37. We're going to keep going. So this one is a fun one made by Diane Shaw from My Old Barn Door. And it's a folio journal. And she gave instructions on how to make it, and then I made it. She made this one, but I also bought this because it's a farm theme, and I loved it. And she put a lot of ephemera in it, which is part of the folio. But I also followed her instructions to make more, and I made male-themed ones with Tim Holtz cardstock and sold them. I didn't keep any of the ones that I made, but this is cute. And this is one of her digitals. So the pages in here that are digitals are probably all hers. So you open it up here, and you have a journal with a pocket on the front and the back. But when you turn it over and open it up, you get a folio. I guess that's it. That's the folio part. So let's look at the journal part first. And she stuffed it full of ephemera. And I haven't done anything with the journal except look at it. This is a glassine piece, I think, or no, I guess it's just wrapping paper. It might be something that a farm store used to wrap things. I don't know. Some thin brown paper. Painter's paper. That's probably what the brown paper was too. A map page. Wallpaper. Piece of tracing paper and handwriting paper. An old hymnal page. An old Sears catalog page. very grungy dyed page. And then the back side of all of them. And then in this pocket, it's stuffed some more. Look at the tiny little Rolodex cards. They're so cute. And I love this. This is probably from her kit also. And then it's, I was thinking there was more to the folio part, but I guess not. So it's got a pocket here and a pocket here, and you can configure your pockets any which way. You could put a pocket here if you wanted to, but it would really make it bulky, I think. So it's just an extra piece. It's got this flat part that connects to the main journal. And it's got pockets. So you could have 2 side pockets, 2 of these pockets. Do your pockets any way you want to. I love that paper. More Rolodex, just a different kind. So there's more ephemera in these pockets than I could use in the journal. So I think the point was to take the ephemera and use it in other projects, which I obviously have not done. Now let me see if I can see the time. Now I can see it says 32. Let me show you this one. This is one of the older ones that I've purchased, and it's from Adelaide Cottage, and she's from Australia. She doesn't, I don't think she does videos anymore. She might have a website, but I bought this a long time ago. She had some pretty major health issues and survived them, like a brain tumor. She had to have surgery on, and she started doing, I saw one more video after that, so I don't really know what she is doing nowadays, but it's Adelaide Cottage, and I can't remember what her name was, her personal name. But this is wood. She has some very unique ideas, and she uses paint, because she used to be an interior decorator. Adeline, not Adelaide, Adeline Country Cottage is the name of her shop. So you might be able to find her online, her website. So, and I tried this technique on, not on wood, but on, what did I do it on? I don't remember. Might have just been on old book cover. But glue down a book page and then pull up what you can. You can still see book page there, and then she distressed it somehow. And then there's some antique or vintage wallpaper there in pieces, and I love that look. So I did that with some journals, and I loved that. She put them together with these wires and then curled the wires. Very interesting. And I used this in November of 2018. I added these pieces to the burlap pocket on the front, which are stapled to the cardboard, or to the wood. AdelineCountryCottage.com. I'm not linking anything to these videos that I'm doing. So this one she painted on text paper, which I could have written on, but I don't like the chalky feel of paint or gesso, so I don't write on it. I like the way it looks. This is a strawberry fabric on a heavier paper, like mixed media paper or watercolor paper or something like that. A book page, and she used some of that old wallpaper for reinforcements. I think that's napkin Mod Podged to tracing paper. More wallpaper for reinforcements. This is wallpaper sewn to a heavy, almost like cardstock, but I think it, again, it's mixed media paper or something. I could have put something down here, but I didn't. Isn't it pretty? And it came in this little cotton bag. With a tie attached to it. I think I'll wait on the other two that I brought in with me because they're both by Beth Wallen, so I will show them to you together in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Have a creative day. Bye.